Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Taste Test, the show that continues even into the new year of 2022. This is the first episode of the year, and you might be thinking, Sean, it's January 8th. This is technically the second Saturday of 2022. Why didn't you post one the first Saturday of 2022, which would have been January 1st? Well, it's because I posted one on December 31st with fun alcohols for you to try, and I almost threw up because the one of them was very bad. Which one? You'll just have to click and find out. It's the one you think it's going to be. If you'd like that, and if you like this content and you want more of that, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, and ring that bell so you're notified when I post brand new videos. Taste Test posts every Saturday. Usually there have been, off the top of my head, there have been 2 exceptions, maybe 3. 2 though for sure off the top of my head. One of them was a Krispy Kreme, a limited Krispy Kreme thing. And the other one was the one that I just talked about. So normally Saturday mornings, start your day off right. It's kind of like Saturday morning cartoons, but not at all because it's not a cartoon and it's a grown man eating food on the internet. So, I mean, really, if you take the 2 things that aren't like each other at all and it's more of a routine thing. Just a Saturday morning, you get up, you eat a bowl of cereal, you watch cartoons, sort of thing. Unless you're my aunt who doesn't like cartoons, in which case you have to listen to me watch cartoons, which is no fun for anyone. Welcome on in. Today we are trying 2 kinds of chips. 2. Look at how many. Look at 2 for the year 2022. Whoa, look out. Whoa. It's crazy. Move your hands more in the camera. The camera already moves enough. It focuses and autofocuses because I'm ducking and weaving and bobbing and moving. And it's like, will you just sit in one spot, please? All I want you to do is sit still. Bring it down a little bit. Let's try some potato chips, which I guess you could qualify as like, hey, it's almost NFL playoff time. Maybe this is like a Super Bowl recommendation sort of thing, if you want a caveat for it. Honestly, it's just crap I found at the store. That's all these ever are. I have known about these for a while because I do follow a number of dangerous accounts, and dangerous, obviously, here in a very joking context of, they're not that dangerous. They're dangerous for my wallet, but they're not like actual literal danger accounts. So there you go. Today, though, we are trying Lay's Layers. These I've known about. I've seen a couple of posts about them as before they were coming out. I wasn't sure if we would get them. I don't know if they are permanent flavors or brands, or if it's like a, hey, here's a big test. We're gonna just see if it sticks around. But we have 2 flavors. We have sour cream and onion, and we have 3 cheese. So we'll give these a whirl. I don't know. Oh, here's a fun story about Lay's potato chips specifically. I, the other week, was looking for some chips for a little game night that we were having, card game night. And I went to the store, and I was like, you know what sounds really good is like some Lay's potato chips. Not like an ad or anything. They were also the chips that were on sale. So it was kind of a funnel decision sort of situation of like, they sound pretty good kind of like just in general, but then like, ooh, on sale. And you're like, okay, they sound like 14% better because they're cheaper by several percentage points. I don't know what the percent, it doesn't matter. I was looking and trying to figure out which do I get. Do I get the cheddar one, the orange bag? I don't know what they're called. Do I get the orange bag, or do I get these Maui onion kettle cooked chips? Now I'm standing there and I'm holding the bag in my hand and I'm like looking at it and I'm like, why do these seem so familiar? But I don't know if I have had these or not. And I pulled out my phone and literally went to YouTube, the YouTube Studio app I have on my phone, searched Taste Test in my own videos, and had to scroll through a bunch of videos to find out that I had actually tried those chips. So sometimes making content actually comes in handy because you won't buy something that you already bought and I don't think I liked very much. So there you go. There's your fun story of the week. Secondary fun story. Turns out if you, and I tweeted about this and I posted about it on Instagram. if you promote your own videos under very famous people's tweets, like say the star of Ratatouille or maybe a guy who wrote a Star Wars movie, people will click on that video. People will absolutely click on that video, especially if it's relevant. I saw 2 separate tweets. These were like pretty far apart, honestly. I saw 2 separate tweets about the Reese's potato chip cups, and I put them in the thing because they were like, oh, are these good or anything? And I'm like, no, they're terrible. And I put the link to my video. And then I got like a little bump from the Star Wars guy, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I saw the voice of Remy the Rat tweet about it, and I was like, no, they're terrible. I was supposed to be, and I hope my boss isn't watching, I was supposed to be in a meeting. I was listening to the meeting, but I went home and like searched through my content again, found a shareable link and like made a tweet and then went back to the meeting. But I was paying attention. Okay? Just everybody, if you see my boss, just let her know like, hey, he was paying attention. 100% attention. Ask him anything about those classes that he went to. He'll tell you. He'll tell you something that happened during those classes. Might not be about the actual class. Could be about what was going on around him, because people are very loud. And even if you, make an announcement and say, hey, I'm in a class, maybe, shut the front door, they still talk. Or they're just very loud in general. And it's never about anything interesting. No one knows what song it is. Shut up. Okay, we're going to dive in here to layers, because we're starting to dive into some layers of what went wrong during a class that I was supposed to be taking that I paid very close attention to. Lay's layers. They're sour cream and onion. That's what we're gonna be doing. These are like ogres, and ogres, as we know, are like onions, which have layers. And these are sour cream and onion. So, an ogre's favorite treat. There we go. What a connection point. Bringing back that cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon, everybody. Ogres have layers. That's the worst. That is the worst Shrek impression on the internet. Hopefully you didn't hear it over the crinkling of the bag. You probably did, though. Okay. Ooh, boy. There's a lot of stench coming out of here. Maybe don't shove your face in the bag. Remember when you did this and then were like, they smell real good. All right. So here we go. We have the layers here. They don't smell terrible. It was just a lot. It was like I opened it and it just punched me in the face. So here's kind of what we're working with. It's a thicker chip. I got to give you the... Hold on. I got to give you the like makeup tutorial thing. This one is it's a very light color, so I don't think it's going to focus super well. It's not focusing super well. Hello, can you focus well at all? Here, put it on your hand like that. Put it on your hand. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go. It kind of has layers. It's hard to tell. Hopefully the others will be easier to differentiate. But it is like... It's kind of just a regular chip wrapped. If I had looked at the back of the bag, I probably wouldn't have been as excited about these. But we'll go ahead. We'll give it a try here. Oh. Okay. I was incorrect. I realize now I should have grabbed a small bag of the regular variant to see how the flavor like kind of compares. But the flavor's not bad. I enjoy sour cream and onion chips. Typically, I prefer the Pringles. But these are pretty good. Now, I said because I bit into it and it's fluffier. It has like an airiness to it. It's not a crunch like a normal Lay's chip. There's a fluff to it. I kind of tricked myself because here on the back of the bag, they show the regular chip. Oh, that's not on camera. Is it on camera? Oh, that window's in the way. Thanks, window. Thanks. I appreciate it. So they got this regular chip here, right there. And then down here you have the layer. So I guess like I just kind of saw that and I thought, oh, it's just like they took like the regular chip that they had, rolled it up, put it in a bag. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm an idiot for buying these. Absolute idiot for buying rolled up chips. But no, they're actually, they're pretty good. They're not, it says crispy layered potato bites. I don't know how like crispy they are. I really got like kind of like it's a weird term, but like the term that's in my head is like chewy sort of thing. I'm trying to think of like a good A good like comparison chip, and I'm blanking on one. It's not like a Cheeto Puff airiness to it, but there's definitely like a thickness. Styrofoam. Why is that the first thing that comes to my head? How many people have eaten styrofoam? Have I even eaten styrofoam? I don't know. I probably put it in my mouth at some point if that's what I'm thinking of. We're unlocking deep-seated memories here. Little 6-year-old Sean. That's right, I was smaller at some point than the current height I am, which again, 6'4". Somehow, little baby Sean's like, oh, styrofoam, this probably tastes good. And then I chewed it. I don't know. Okay. So there we go. I successfully ate one chip. They're pretty good. I really like the texture and the fluff, the fluffiness to it. And it makes me excited for these because I actually prefer 3 cheese to sour cream and onion. So I'm very excited about these. I think this is the bag of chips that I don't know if it was like 3 cheese, but it was like the cheese one, but not like the toasted cheese one. I think those were on a show some point. We'll skip the Shrek impression this time around. Well, these aren't onion, so it's not Shrekable. We'll see if these also have a little bit more. They're easier to show off. I have to be so careful. There's so much crap just on this table, and I take open containers of food and drink and just precariously place them. I spilled a Mountain Dew the other day. Almost disastrous. Hopefully that shows a little better. Ooh, that shows much better. So that's a little bit. That's kind of what you're looking at. It's not the most flavor punched, I guess. Kind of look. They kind of almost have like a look of like a bugle texture, but it's not. That's not what it tastes like. I feel like my brain is trying to pull something together to be like, hey, do you have something? And it's not styrofoam, Mr. Joke Answer. It's just there's a different type of food that I have eaten in the past. And keep in mind, very picky eater over here, like ridiculously picky eater over here. So it's a very small section of things that I have eaten. We're not talking about a robust world traveling. Oh, I love oysters, Sean. We're talking about like a Sean that's like, I would like to go to a restaurant and just order a grilled cheese sandwich. That's it. That's all I want. Grilled cheese sandwich. Doesn't matter where we go. Grilled cheese sandwich. Pizzeria, grilled cheese sandwich. Aquarium, grilled cheese sandwich. Space Needle, throwing a grilled cheese sandwich off the Space Needle, okay? You can't do that. But I did see someone lost their hat, even though the whole thing's enclosed now. Somehow. All right. Okay. That's pretty good flavor. Pretty good flavor. I think I accidentally put bugles in my head. So I feel like I'm eating that. But like the cheese is kind of just cheese, you know? Granted, bugles qualify themselves as nacho cheese. So, there's that. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. I'd say both of them are good, actually. It just kind of depends on which flavor you like. If you don't like either of these flavors, you're probably not going to like them. I don't know. It doesn't like do anything. I don't know if I've ever had an item on this show that's been like, man, you may have hated blank for years and years and years, but this is the one that gets you on board. I feel like that's more common in a book series. Not that I've read many of those. A movie series or a game series where you go like, okay, yeah, you haven't liked the first 3 of these. This is the one you'll jump in on. I don't think food's really like that. You don't eat 800 apples and go, you know what, 801, this is the one where it really turns for apples. I just don't think that's how it works. But it sounds smart, you know, you go, oh, you know what, this one's really not going to turn you on. But if you're into it, you're into it. You know, you're there. But I do think, you know, if you like sour cream and onion, you want something that's a little fluffier, a little, you know, it doesn't taste like a Lay's chip, you know, like not that I necessarily like have the comparison super on hand, but like it has a good flavor to it. I like the texture. I like the fluff, the fluffiness of it. It's a weird term. I don't think it's quite like accurate. Again, no food degrees over here, so I don't really know what, I'm talking about. It's just a normal, cool, very tall, handsome guy telling you about the weird things he bought at the store. That's the whole goal. That was basically what I started Week in Review for, was like, I like talking about movies and games. I'll just talk about them. I took one semester of a film studies class where every single week the same person mentioned the same movie that we're going to watch. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, Sean, you picked Napoleon Dynamite every single week. No, it was a different guy named Sean who suggested some other dumb movie. Every Friday, she'd be like, oh, what are you guys watching this weekend? And his hand would shoot up. And everyone, by everyone, I'm just me, was just, oh God, this joke again, Sean, other Sean who spells his name Sean, aka correctly. Really? You're going to watch that again? Really? Honestly, that probably sounds like my mom. And she's like, are you watching Napoleon Dynamite again? Really? How many copies of it do you own at this point? I've lost track. I don't even know. No idea. When are they going to release it on 4K? I don't know. Who owns the rights to it? I have no idea. I am so far off track at this point. Point is, no food degree, but hopefully a degree in fun for you today, and maybe a purchase in your near future of some Lay's layers. I was a fan. I like them. They're a good poppable snack. This feels like a thing of where like you pour yourself like a little bowl full. You have like a few. There you go. You don't need like a whole lot of them. I don't think they're not the most delicious thing. You're going to eat a whole bag in one sitting sort of thing. I don't think they're not going to be the grossest thing you probably ever ate. But at the same time, pull yourself a tiny little bowl, you snack during it or snack on it while you're watching something, perhaps Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know what you do with your life. You're watching this video, so clearly you're making great decisions. That's not even sarcastic. I genuinely appreciate that you watched this video. If you would like to watch more of these videos, click around on my channel. I know it's messy. I know I still need to make playlists. No one has actually told me that I need to get on it except for myself in videos. But I do need to make a playlist. I need to make a taste test one specifically because I do know that there is a group of people that do watch my channel for that. The gaming stuff is there, and there's a lot of it. So I need to get on that. But yeah, I think these are both worthy additions. I already said that, by the way. I was on a clear, easy outro, and I goofed myself up. So yeah, I need to get a taste test playlist going, but you can click around my channel. They post every couple of days. I usually put the last week's episode at the end of the episode, so you can kind of click through that way. You'll go back further and further until you find the beginning, which is coming up on about a year-ish. We're a little short of it being a weekly show, but the idea, the concept was at least established on the channel about a year ago after Week in Review ended. So there are a number of episodes to go look for. I don't know how much of it you're going to be able to find. I think most of the Mountain Dew stuff would all be gone. I know there is a new Mountain Dew flavor out there, so if you see it, let me know. And if there is anything, I'm open to suggestions. It doesn't have to be limited edition. It doesn't necessarily have to be new. It can be weird, random stuff you see. Somebody did make a suggestion of a place that I should go visit to go pick up some weird stuff. So yeah, it doesn't have to be new, but if there's anything you've been anything you've seen out there that you'd like me to try, feel free to leave it in the comments below. While you're down there leaving that comment, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos. Check back every Saturday for taste test. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you try these, what you thought of them. And we'll see you next week with something else. So thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.